Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mid-Atlantic Modeling League Spike Magazine Trophy. We are in week 3 of 9 in regulation play here in the second competition of the season, and we got a pretty good one tonight. Tonight, we've got the Remnants of Valor versus the number 1 team in Division B, the Vesuvian Lavabacks, S-Beaver versus Berserker Tempest, Humans versus Lizards. Let's take a look at the standings before we take a look at the two teams this evening. LD Burrino says, am I the only one experiencing Twitch cutting in and out? On my end, everything looks good. So I wish I could help. I'm sorry. Welcome everyone to the stream. Here in Division A, currently in first place is Moves NC Snakes. They're a Dark Elf team. They are 2-0-0 here, going into week number 3. Tizzle Bizzles, Tizzork Savage Boys in second place. They're an Orc team. They're 1-1-0. And Festungs MAML Nightmare in third place, a Necro team. They are also 1-1-0. Over in Division B, that's where we are tonight. The number 1 team are the Vesuvian Lavabacks, coached by Berserker Tempest, a Lizard team, 2-0-0, looking for their 3rd win here in week number 3. They are followed by the Disco Mancers, coached by Ian. They're a Necro team. They're 1-1-0. And the Believe Broncos, coached by BB Nut, in 3rd place. They're a Nurgle team, still undefeated. They're 1-0-0. They had a bye to start the competition, I believe. And over in Division C, we've got Spire's Philosopher's Song, another Lizard team in first place, 2-0-0, with Ajax's the Fishy Fiends close behind. They're a Chaos Renegades team in second place. They are 1-1-0, and just 1 touchdown behind them, Old Gamer Mike's Goodest Boys Strike Back. They're in 3rd place. They're a Necro team. They're 1-1-0. The home team tonight are going to be the Remnants of Valor, coached by S-Beaver. 11 players on the roster. That brings their TV to 1,010,000 gold. They have the big guy in the Ogre. They have a Thrower, all 4 Blitzers, and a bunch of human linemen to round out the roster. 1 Apothecary, 4 dedicated fans, 3 rerolls. They're going to be up against the Lizards of the Vesuvian Lavabacks this evening, coached by Berserker Tempest. They also have 11 on the roster. They have the big guy in the Crocs, all 6 Saurus blockers, 2 Chameleon Skinks, and 2 regular Skinks. They have 1 Oppo, 2 cheerleaders, 2 assistant coaches, 5 dedicated fans, 2 rerolls. Their TV is going to be at 1,340,000 gold. That's 330,000 gold in petty cash going back to the human team this evening. We will absolutely talk about what they might do with that in just a second. But how are these two teams going to play tonight? The Lizard team, as we've seen, we've seen Lizards play a number of times in the league. They're a very solid faction. Of course, the Vesuvian Lavabacks, at the top of the division right now, going into week number 3, they have lots of strength on the Sauruses and the Crocs, right? The Crocs have strength 5 with Mighty Blow and Block. That's great. The Sauruses all have strength 4, 3 of which have Block, 2 have Guard. That's great. And then these Skinks. The Skinks are frail. The Skinks are weak, but they are very fast. The regular linemen here are MA8 with the Chameleons MA7. They all have dodge. They're all stunty, so they can get to where they need to be very, very easily. The Chameleon Skinks trade in a point of MA. They pick up on the ball. On the ball allows them to move 3 extra spaces on a kickoff or on a pass. It's a very good skill to start off with. So lots of speed, backed up by lots of strength, and you can see Berserker Tempest has been able to spread out the SPP on this team. It's very important you pick up these early skills on these Saurus blockers. They start with no skills. Picking up Block is often the first thing you want to pick up. He's got a couple of guardsmen as well to guarantee the assists. You'll probably see them interweave between each other. You'll see a blocker, you'll see a guardsman, you'll see a blocker. And that way he's getting effectively strength 5 on his blocks. He could very easily turn that into 3-die blocks. So very powerful team. And then of course the Skinks, if they get away from the humans, they have all the speed in the world. These humans do not have their catchers on the roster, so they don't have MA8. However, they have all blitzers, and honestly, I think you kind of need it on a human team. They have all 4 blitzers with an MA7. I personally think you need the catchers as well. But we'll see how SP Beaver fares here this evening. All 4 blitzers, MA7. They have blocks, strength 3. They're great. Great pieces. He has a thrower as well. The thrower, of course, sure hands. That's the ball carrier. And, of course, has the pass skill. So can get a free reroll on a on a pass. SP Beaver says, I define great differently. But that thrower can still pass this ball, right? Blitzers are great ball carriers. The human linemen can even be great ball carriers. So long as it's a quick pass or maybe a short pass and you've got some rerolls, you still have a passing game with a human team. The thing with human teams is they are a jack of all trades, masters of none. So in order to be effective against a lizard team, you gotta have to play to their weaknesses. You have to, if you're up against a bash team, you want to be the speedy agility team. If you're up against an edge team, you want to be the bashy team. Lizards, of course, are a little bit different because they have a lot of strength. They also have a lot of speed, but their big weakness is that the skinks are the only pieces that can effectively carry that ball. If all 4 skinks are removed from the pitch, the lizards have no one left who can actually reliably carry that ball. So S-Beaver is absolutely going to be hunting those skinks tonight, but there's a couple of ways he can go about that. The Saurus blockers, you don't want them in the drive, so you're going to need to mark them with someone. You can either mark them with human linemen, right? They're just there to take blocks. Those Sauruses are moving nowhere unless it's on a blitz. That is an option. However, with that strength 4, with the block skill, with the guard skill, Berserker Tempest will more than likely get removals that way. So that's really just a time bomb waiting to happen. That is, you can play that way if you're going to go in on those skinks early. That's absolutely an option. Another option is to use the blitzers to go up against the Sauruses. The Sauruses don't maybe they have the block advantage. Well, you have block on your blitzers, so you can leverage your blitzers to go up against the Sauruses as well. I don't really favor that. I think you want to leave those blitzers available to go after those skinks. You want to make sure that when you're taking a block on a skink, you're knocking them down. That means that Ogre's probably going to be freed up as well. He'll want to leverage Mighty Blow on a skink when he can, and then on offense, he's going to leverage the thrower to still have a passing game in addition to the running game. He needs to spread that defense out in order to get past them and get into the end zone. It's going to be real tricky here, and I think the game will get more and more well-defined as we get toward the end of the first half. At the end of the first half, that's really going to shape what the Remnants of Valor are going to be playing for. They're going to be playing for the win or the draw. They don't really have skills on them. In fact, everybody's a rookie on this roster. They don't really have the skills to say, you know what, I'm going to go for the gold even though I'm down or even though it's draw. They're going to have to really just see how the drive plays out. And these first few drives, these first 1 or 2 drives in this game are going to be absolutely critical for this human team if they want to come out with a win tonight. They're getting $330K in petty cash. That's a lot of money. And for my money, I think that's Griff Oberwald and Cindy Piewhistle. He has just enough money for both these pieces. Griff Oberwald is, move with the 3-stream streak. Thank you very, very much. Griff Oberwald is the very definition of a star player. MA7, very fast. Strength 4, very strong. Edge 2, that's elf agility. Can even pass pretty well there with a PA of 3+. He's a blodger. He has fence, so he can shove people away. He has sprint, which means he can move 10 spaces a turn. And that's not all. He also has sure feet, so he can re-roll one of those rush dice. Very, 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 very good piece. And in fact, he is a consummate professional, so his once per game ability is he can re-roll any one die that's not an armor break, an injury, or a casualty die. So an absolutely fantastic piece, in my opinion. Cindy Piewhistle, we've seen her time and again. She's a bombardier. She is a secret weapon. She'll only be out for a single drive, or out on the pitch for a single drive, but she is a secret weapon, or a bombardier, I should say, that has accurate. And she could just start chucking bombs. She could start chucking bombs and blowing up Sauruses. So that's, I think that's what I would pick up. The other way he can go with this, if he doesn't want to lean into that skink hunting game so much, where he's leaving those blitzers open, he's leaving that ogre open, he's going to see where the skinks commit to, and then start applying pressure to the skinks. He could try to pick up Mighty Zug instead. Mighty Zug is 220. Mighty Zug has a strength of 5, not just 4, but 5 with block and Mighty Blow. Remember, Mighty Blow treats your armor or your injury roll. You get a +1. So if you use it on the armor roll, that's reducing your armor roll by 1. The skinks are at AV8 that can bring them down to an AV7. That is a huge advantage if he just wants to go full bash on this team. That's an option as well. Wizard, also always a solid option, but I think he's probably going to go double star player here. We'll see in just a moment. Again, really pay attention to these first couple of drives. They're going to be the most important drives for the human team if they want to come out on top in this game. Clear skies for the game this evening. You can see all 4 skinks right there at midfield. Welcome all to the stream. S-Beaver, Boot Polish, Moo, Black Wolf, Berserker Tempest, El Nubarino, and Boot Polish. Welcome everybody to the stream this evening. double white dwarf. Are they twins? Are there two white dwarfs? Blue versus red. Blue versus blue. Lots of fan factor tonight, so these teams will be picking up a lot of money after this game. Lots of fans in the stands. How did he get Morg? What changed? Did he drop a... What? I am very confused. I don't know how he picked up Morg. Something changed between the pregame and now. So we'll see if we can identify it here. Oh, it's not clear skies. It's very sunny. So that passing game we talked about, probably not going to be in effect here in this game. It's already pretty risky here for this human team to pass without those catchers. And now with a -1 on the passes due to the sun, they're probably not going to risk it. So the Lizard team doesn't really have to defend against the pass, or can worry less about defending against the pass. Oh. So the Lavabacks picked up a keg. So they are the favored team. So they picked up a keg that bumped them up 50K. That gave the Remnants of Valor just enough money to pick up Morg. So the Remnants of Valor did pick up Morgenthorg for 380. So Morgenthorg strength 6, not 4, 6. With an MA6, Edge 3, he has Mighty Blow, he has Block, and he can re-roll a pass or throw teammate. He's not going to do that in this matchup due to no halflings on the roster. Very, very good piece. And that Mighty Blow is a Mighty Blow +2. So it is a +2 to your armor or your injury roll. So we look against, we compared against these skinks here, not AV7, but AV8 here. It's now an AV6 to break armor with Morg. All right. 5 on the line, spread wide here for the offense. 1 back to receive. It's going to be the number 16 Chameleon Skink. 3 on the line for the defense, setting up in columns. Well, not quite columns. Middling kick for the defense. It's going to be kicked to the 14-yard line. There's that on-the-ball skill. And now 6 players get to reset on the defense with the solid defense kickoff event. So it's a D3 plus D players who are unmarked get to reposition wherever the Remnants of Valor would like. You got a 3 on the D3. That means 6 open players get to reposition on defense. Remnants of Valor thinking carefully here about whether or not they want to reset, and if so, whom they're going to reposition. They have all 4 blitzers behind this line of linebackers here. Clivey says, I'm going to pretend to be Ava and spend the whole stream talking about Expedition 33. It's a great game. I still have some like end game content. Like I beat the game. But there's some more stuff I want to do. I think I want to do it. I don't know. 50 seconds to go here. No action by the Remnants of Valor. They might still be deciding. All right, they're going to reposition 4 players. It's all 4, not the 4 linebackers. It's all 4 in the secondary here. They're moving the blitzers back a space. Cliffy says, I think you're probably better at the timing stuff, but I'm doing okay. You've never seen me do the timing stuff. Maybe I'm terrible at it. Good catch here by the number 15 Chameleon. Won't have to roll it here on turn 1. And now the offense with some blocks to take. They're going to move that ball forward to the 8-yard line. But yeah, I think I'm okay with the timing stuff. Two-eye block, get things started over on the right defensive end. Gets a push here. This is the rookie, number 13, Frody. Clivey says, I figure you basically never cast anything and just parry every enemy until they're dead. That's certainly an option. I don't think it's very efficient, but sure. Push on the left defensive end as well. We'll probably reposition here before we see a block with the big guy. Big guy with that loner skill. Oh, no, we're going to see the block with the big guy. Gets the knockdown here. 8+ will break armor. Big guy has that loner skill, so risky block to take when you... Oh, not when you murder people. Risky block to take when you have more actions, because if that die roll failed, it's probably going to be a turnover. You don't want to risk spending one of your 2 rerolls on a 50-50. So one-man player advantage for the Lizards here after the Crocs murdered the nose guard. Moob asks, oh no, was that a 4 SPP guy on the line? That was a 4 SPP guy on the line. Climbey says this human team has 100% too many ogres. Something I really like about Expedition 30, I mean, it's a great game in many ways, but like, I think the game mechanics are not, they're complex enough to be interesting, but not overly complicated. Like an MMO is too much. Like, I do not know what's going on in any of those. Or some of these RPGs that are like, oh, you get silver gold, and silver gold, 10 pieces of silver gold are emerald squares, and emerald squares grant you magic ephemera, and that you have to use within 24 hours. Like, I don't understand that stuff. Blitz to get the turn started for the defense here. Declared it with Morgenthorg going after Osiris. Here it is, 2-die block on the right guard, gets the knockdown. 8+ breaks armor. Probably not going to follow up here. No armor break. Indeed stays put. Still has plenty of movement left with Morgenthorg. Going to reposition him right to that right inner linebacker position. It's looking the wrong way, but that's okay. He's Morgenthorg. He can do what he wants. You know what I've always wanted to see? I want to see somebody play Blood Bowl with the was it in Death Zone with the Giants? I think they're called Giants. The 2x2 pieces. Turn 2 for the Vesuvian Lavabacks. Festoon, welcome to the stream. Festoon says, why do human blitzers look like they're dancing to a tune in their heads? Because they are. He's like, they have headphones on. Taking marks on the pushed linemen here. The 2 defensive ends are being marked by those strength 4 Osiris blockers. These are the guardsmen here, so being by themselves means they're not leveraging their guard skill. Well, now they are. He would get the assist here besides, but got the pal here on number 13, looking for a 9+. Doesn't get it. The Eagle of Freedom in the background. Crocs moves forward just the 1 space to take a mark on Hildebur, the number 11 left defensive end. All of the human players are rookies, save of course for Morgenthorg, the star player. Advances the ball 1 space to the Lavabacks on 6-yard line here. And now turn 2 for the Remnants of Valor. So the Lavabacks playing the bashy game here. They're just taking their marks, taking their blocks, moving forward a space. Blitz once more with Morgenthorg. Looks like he's going to go after Osiris again. Going after the Crocs. 2-die on the Crocs. 8+ would break armor. This would be a huge removal. Got the armor break. Gets a stun. Remember that Crocs is strength 5. Morgenthorg strength 6. So had the 2-die block on the Crocs there. Mighty Blow +2. Made that an AV 8+ to break armor, got the stun. Moop says, I love the swagger of confirming a blitz with Morg and having him stand there for a few seconds before actually moving. Letting the opponent know it's coming. Morg just like, he's putting on his blitzing gloves. 47 seconds to go here in turn number 2. Remnants of Valor setting up in columns here in front of this formation. They'll need to be a little careful here. These columns, great against something like elves, would be fine against the lizards if there were nothing but skinks. But it can be very easy to lock down these linebackers and then have the skinks get behind the humans here. Or even just murder a bunch of humans with the Sauruses and the Crocs. Turn 3 for the Lavabacks. They have just 2 rerolls on their roster. That's another avenue that the Remnants of Valor have to potentially leverage. If they can put the Lavabacks in a position where they have to roll dice or incentivize to roll dice in some way, you can have them burn their rerolls. And once they're out of rerolls, the odds on all their die rolls have dramatically changed. 2 die block on Frody gets the PAL. Another armor break. Gets a stun. Stuns mean you are out for a turn. So you're out for 1 turn, and then the turn after that, you're back in the game, but you're prone. So it's going to cost you 3 MA to stand up. For very slow pieces, that means they can effectively be out for 2 turns. These humans, not slow at all. They have an MA of 6, 3 to stand up, gives them 3 to move with afterwards, not including the rushes. .55 seconds to go for the Lavabacks. After the first block, trying to decide where their blitz is going to be and where their ball is going to end up. SP Beaver says, almost all the delay is me dealing with the UX. Retreating the ball away from the line of scrimmage back to the Lavabacks' own 16-yard line. They are going to be content to continue the bashing game here. Keep the ball safe, keep it away from where the action is, and just start to murder some humans. You can see S. Beaver there taunting the Lavabacks in the picture-in-picture. Ten seconds to go now for the Lavabacks. All 4 skinks retreating off the line. Lavabacks on the bonus clock. You get 7 minutes, 30 seconds of bonus time. That's in addition to the 2 minutes you get for every single turn. You get an additional 7 minutes, 30 seconds for the duration of the game that you can use. So if you have a very big turn that's very, very important, you don't have to rush your way through the turn. You can take your time and really consider those very important big play turns. 1 die on Morgenthorg on the blitz here. Gets a push out of it. Follows up, so he's keeping Morg marked here. Morg currently with the 1 die. 1, 2, 3. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7v6 right now. So Morgenthorg tying up all these Sauruses. So now a decision to make for the Remnants of Valor. Are they going to try to save Morg? Or are they going to start applying some pressure to these skinks? Now, they don't have to overcommit to these skinks. These skinks are only a strength of 2. Oh, not a good time to fail that boneheader. He's going to spend the reroll. Oh, boy. Declared it as the blitz. Spent the reroll with the Ogre. Got through the loner roll there and is able to get the knockdown here on number 7. Grendel's mom has Mighty Blow +1, but wasn't able to break armor and frees up Morgenthorg here. So he doesn't have to overcommit if he's going to start applying pressure to the skinks. He can send 1 or 2 players down. He just needs to be aware that those 2 players will probably be out of the drive. So if he wished, he could start applying pressure here, forcing the movement this way, and then he could try to encircle the offense. Conversely, however, those skinks, right, if you only send 1 or 2 players, Berserker Tempest might be okay with saying, you know what, I'm going to dedicate 3 skinks to a 2-die block on one of these guys. Moo says, Morg, I'm not trapped in here with you, you're trapped in here with me! Morg gets a push on the block. Remnants of Valor down to 2 rerolls for the half. They're going to take a mark on number 5 Saurus blocker. So these Sauruses are Edge 5. And what that means is they're going nowhere. Once they're marked, they're going nowhere unless they blitz. So they're stuck. Now, they are strength 4 versus strength 3. They'll get a 2-die block with the block still coming back. But by taking the block here, so he is going to apply some pressure. Taking the block here, what this means is this Saurus is either going to stay put or is only going to move. Looks like I'm making a Blair Witch Project symbol. It's only going to move in this direction. So if you don't want this Saurus moving this way, then that's a good place to take that mark. Applying a little bit of pressure here with number 10, and now the Lavabacks with a decision to make in turn 4. They can dedicate 3 skinks to the block on number 10, but then the ball carrier is all by his lonesome. Oppo stabs us. Welcome to the stream. Oppo stabs us, says, Morg menacing must make me moderate. There's probably a lot of Morg tongue twisters. Crocs is going to stand up, gets through that boneheader roll. The negative trait, most big guys in the game of Blood Bowl have some sort of negative trait. And for the Crocs, that is boneheaded. Before he activates, he has to roll a d6 on a 1. He stares off into space, loses his action, but most importantly, he's so distracted and dumb that he loses his tackle zones as well. So that can be a huge loss if you're depending on that player to exert tackle zones and keep your formation in check. 2-die blitz here on Morgenthorg. Gets the knockdown. Trying to remove the threat. That is Morgenthorg. But can't break that mighty AV of 11 plus. Just a 3 in 36 or a 1 in 13. Double pals on Grendel's mom gets knocked down here, looking for the 10 plus. No armor break. 32 seconds to go here for the Lavabacks. Continuing to bide their time. They don't have to put this ball in the end zone until very late in the half. Gets a stun over on the right side. Stuns Zonella, the mark on that number 5 blocker, and he is going to go in for the 2-die on the number 10 lineman. 2-die block with the Chameleon Skink coming up. Got the pal. No armor break. Stays put. But now where's the ball going to end up? Probably retreats a few more spaces. We'll see. He could just shift it over to the right. Lavabacks back on the bonus clock. They're down a minute. They're down to 6 minutes, 30 seconds on the bonus clock. He is going to shift the ball to the right here. So now the Remnants of Valor with an opportunity to shape this drive. We'll see if they take it. It's always a little tricky, right? You see an exposed skink. If you can't get to it this turn, you can force its movement, right, by applying pressure. But now you're MA7, MA6. You're up against MA7, MA8. You don't want these skinks to get behind you. Remnants of Valor might just be cool with leaving the ball way back here on the Lavaback side of the pitch. Maybe they think they can keep it this way for the entire half. It's the final turn of the first quarter. They take a mark on 3 skinks with number 10. A lot of new coaches in the game of Blood Bowl. They're very afraid of losing pieces. I say this as someone who went into their last game down, I think, four or five players. But that aside, taking these marks right with your linemen, like one of the roles, one of the jobs of a lineman is to take hits. I think with 2 rerolls here, this mark isn't the best, but it's fine, right? It's certainly fine. Forcing your opponent to roll dice. If one of those dice goes awry, burn one of those 2 rerolls. Unless he's going to take another mark here with number 7. He might be trying to blitz with number 7. Keeping the columns intact way back behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, rush blitz. 2-die rush blitz on the ball carrier. Gets a dodge push out of this. Unless he spends the reroll, but he's not going to do that. So there's the mark on the ball carrier. Turn 5 for the Lavabacks. Second quarter begin. Went in on the ball carrier. 2-die blitz. Didn't get anything out of it. Two-die blitz coming back to the number 7 blitzer, and this is a push. And now that blitzer might be marked out of this drive. Problem with the ball carrier is he can't just go forward. He's going to need some protection. So the ball might just shift back this way. That's where all the team is. With all these guardsmen, being close to the guardsmen, those guardsmen are going to be ensuring these other Sarses get some blocks. Grendel's mom being continuing to be knocked to the ground here. So Grendel's mom and Morgenthorg under control right now. Yes, indeed. The ball's going to move back to the left. Now moves up to the Lavabacks 4-yard line. Has 2 free Sarses. It's going to set up a cage here for the ball carrier. Now the 2-die on number 10 once again will be a knockdown. Looking for a 9+. Probably follow up here. Oh no, he's going to push to the side, so he'll be... Oh, good armor break. Oh! R.I.P. Rest in many, many pieces. The skink murdering the human. Speaver in the picture once more. 2-man player advantage for the Lavabacks. A crime committed here in the second quarter of the game. Turn 5 for the Remnants of Valor. Remnants of Valor keeping these columns in check here. They're not, in my opinion, well, I don't know how effective they'll be here. Keeping the columns in check here to, generally you'll set up these columns so that your opponent can't blitz through, but then you want your whole team setting up these columns, right? So you can set up at least 3 columns, ideally 4. So he has these columns here. He has these columns here. So he has gaps here. Stands up Grendel's mom once more. So Grendel's mom standing up to take hits. This is not bad. Even if you're not getting Mighty Blow out of the Ogre, that's unfortunate. But so long as he's standing and has his tackle zones, then he's putting in work, right? He's forcing somebody to block him. He has AB 10+. More with the armor break, but only gets a stun out of it. Turn 16 for the Lavabacks. 3 turns left in the half. They need to start thinking about what their game plan is going to be to score. SB has kept a significant secondary in place here just to prevent these skinks from getting by them. They're locking down these Sarses as best they can, which means if the Lavabacks can't get some Sarses free to defend these skinks, it's just going to be some skinks running downfield by their lonesome. They only have a strength of 2. Takes a mark with number 7. Takes another mark with number 4. Looks like he's going to be trying to block Morgenthorpe. 1, 2. But failed the boneheaded roll. It's going to spend the reroll. Didn't get through the loner roll. So the Lavabacks lose a reroll, and that Crocs has gone boneheaded. He has lost his block and lost the tackle zones with the Crocs. This could be a big problem here for the Lavabacks. They're going to knock down Grendel's mom. Number 9 on the block against the Ogre. "32 seconds to go here in turn number 6. It's always tricky with your big guys, especially the ones that can lose their tackle zones. Do you keep them upright and you don't roll dice with them just to ensure they're not going to lose their tackle zones? Or do you leverage their high strength and their skills to try to remove players? 2-die blitz over on the left side here. Gets a POW. No armor break on the blitz. Will he advance? He will not advance the blitzer forward. Ball's going to remain on the 4-yard line here, so a long way to go for the ball right now. 13 spaces between the line of scrimmage and the end zone. That means 14 spaces between the ball carrier right now and a touchdown. With 2 turns remaining, they only have an MA of 7. That means with no rushes, that is exactly 14 spaces over the next 2 turns. Two-die block on number 4 by Morgenthorpe. Gets the knockdown. 8+ will break armor. No armor break. Spire says Grendel's mom has got it going on. I know that's a song, but I don't know what song or what band that is. Well, it's not Grendel's mom. You know what? Maybe it is Grendel's mom. Is it Stacy's mom or something? I don't really remember. Skink, blitz on a skink, 2-die blitz. Got the POW here. Just 7+ due to the injury on number 12. It's going to follow up. Doesn't break armor and marks the ball carrier. "17 seconds to go here for the Remnants of Valor." So far, this ball has not crossed the line of scrimmage all half. Now the Remnants of Valor on the bonus clock. They set up a column over in the left wide zone. This is making the right side of the pitch look a little thin. I think that'll be the turn. SB has different plans. 3+ dodge with the number 7 blitzer. Blitzes him free, but now the number 5 Stars blocker with the block seal is free to activate. Turn 7 for the Lavabacks with just 1 reroll remaining. Remnants of Valor have kept that secondary ready to pounce on any breakaway run. "80 seconds left on the turn." Here's the first block of the turn against Grendel's mom. Gets a push. Grendel's mom stays on his feet. You know what I bought at the store? I bought Hot Pockets. I bought Hot Pockets. It's the first time I've... This might be the first time I've ever purchased Hot Pockets. I haven't eaten them yet. I have a feeling they're not going to be as delicious as I have in my mind. I think they're going to be awful. But I bought them. Seconds remaining here in turn 7. They need to move this ball. They need to end in scoring position on this turn. 2-die blitz against Brecca the Bonding, the number 8 blitzer in the safety position. Gets a both standing or a push. It's going to take the push here. And it's going to be looking to move this ball to the right. Maybe up this lane here. Lavabacks are going to try to lock down as many players as they can. So they're probably going to reposition to mark the blitzer and the lineman over here on the left. Indeed they do. And they're going to move this ball this way. Yeah, they can move it that way. Ooh. Oh, I forgot the blitzer was there. Yeah, he's going to move it this way. Good dodge there. Had the free reroll with the dodge kill. Good handoff as well. So now, Moxie Crime Fighter K, the number 13 skink runner with sprint in position of the ball. In possession of the ball on the opposing 14-yard line. The ball crosses the line of scrimmage for the first time in the ball game. That's just how fast these skinks runners are. MA8, you can move a lot. And now to set up some tackle zones just to... Oh, turn 7 for the Remnants of Valor, so we might see a 2-die blitz on the ball carrier. 2 rerolls left for the Remnants of Valor. So if he gets knocked down here, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It would be 2 rushes to score if he stays on the pitch. So the 2 skinks that are in scoring position, one is already within 2 rushes to score. A blitz, a successful knockout on number 13 would mean number 13 would have to rush twice, provided they don't have to move laterally to pick up the ball or something. Yeah, here's the blitz. 3+ dodge on the 2-die blitz. Failed the rush, needs the reroll, needs the pray to knuffle. There's the prayer to knuffle. Here's the 2-die blitz. Got the pal. 8+ breaks armor. Oh yeah, that's sprint, sidestep. You're right. I called it sprint again. Breaks armor. Where's the ball bounce? Into the hands of number 8. He'll let this. Oh, he's gonna try to catch it. He caught it. I thought he would have let this rock. Let this rock. There's only 2 spaces. Well, really only 1 space, I think, where he doesn't want it to go. But spent the reroll here in turn 7. That's fine. Number 8 now has possession of the ball and is going to move laterally to the right just to try to prevent that score. Very well played by the Remnants of Valor. Are they going to move somebody into scoring position now? 1-die block against number 3. No rerolls remaining for the Remnants of Valor. Might try number 14. Might try number 5 actually. Number 14 would be tough. We'll see if he tries to dodge out number 5 here as a potential scoring threat. Nope, he's going to take the block instead. Gets a push. That'll be the turn. Turn 8 now for the Lavabacks. So the Remnants of Valor electing not to try to score here. Two-die block against number 6 over in the left wide zone. Gets a POW. It's a removal here. We'll see if that sticks. That could be a big removal. That's one of the 4 blitzers. Three-man player advantage for the Lavabacks currently. Here's the two-die blitz. Two-die blitz. This is not going to work out. He'll spend the reroll on turn 8, because why not? Got the POW. Looking for another blitzer taken off the pitch. Can he get the 9+? He's got the 9+. Oh, he did it. Very well done. Another removed blitzer, unless the oppo is spent. He's going to use the apothecary here. And the apothecary saved that blitzer. I think that's a wise call. These blitzers are so important to that human roster. On this roster, they are the fastest players on the team. The only faster positional you can get on a human is, of course, the catchers at an MA of 8. MA7 with the block skill as rookies. You really need these blitzers to be healthy and to be available to you. No! Did he rush? Tried to rush the safety, but injured himself by slipping in the end zone. You know what? That's fresh paint, buddy. That's right. This is your man. That's fresh paint. You never rush. Rushes fail 900% of the time. Tried to rush a skink to safety, and that'll be a turnover. Turn 8 for the Remnants of Valor. I think they're going to go after number 16. James likes snacks. Welcome to the stream. Lowering the rush failure rate from the Games Workshop mandated 900% to the cheaty 99%. To the basic game 99%. So the Remnants of Valor successfully stopping the score here on defense. They've done their job. They'll be on offense to start the second half of this ball game. So they'll certainly be playing to win. Blitz still on the table. They're going to be going after a skink for sure. They'll probably end the turn, provided they don't get a turnover before them. They'll probably end the turn with a two-die against the Crocs. Three-die blitz on the number 16 skink. So going after the chameleon. The forward chameleon, I should say. Got the POW here. Needs an 8+. Got nothing out of it. James like snacks says, I can't believe that chameleon skink has a body count. That's the end of the half. 0-0 ball game. The Remnants of Valor will be on offense. We'll see if they get back that blitzer. They do indeed, and they will thank Nuffle for that. So just 3 skinks taking to the pitch for the Lavabacks this time. They'll be on defense now. They're going to probably set up, I would imagine they're going to set up an anchor. We'll see what they'll do here. They're back up to 2 rerolls. Nope, they're going to set up in chevrons. So it's going to be 10v10 on the pitch. No kicker for the defense, so the Remnants of Valor will probably just leave the thrower back to receive the ball. Three on the line for the Remnants of Valor currently. They've got Morg and the Ogre on the line. Spire praying to Nuffle. So the Remnants of Valor, if they're putting these big guys on the line, that means they're going to try to control center pitch. Eridus, welcome to the stream. Eridus, demanding death. We've had one death already, in fact. R.I.P. Hilfstein. 4 on the line. So just the 4 on the line here, minus the player. Decides to take the right tackle out of the drive. 2 on the or 2 out of the formation. Brilliant coaching event results in nobody getting the brilliant coaching. That's got a sting for Berserker Tempest. Berserker Tempest employing the 2 assistant coaches precisely for that event. The way that event works is both teams roll a d6. You add your assistant coaches. Whoever rolls higher gets a extra reroll for the half. Morg removing Osiris, and now 1-man player advantage for the humans. And that roll-off was a 5 for the Remnants of Valor, and a 3+2 for the assistant coaches for the Vesuvian Lavabacks. On a draw, nobody gets the free reroll. Push on the left defensive end. Taking the block with the Ogre. So scary taking these early blocks here before covering the ball. Hank the Ranger says, come on, humans. At least I won a game. Hank the Ranger, welcome to the stream. What was that roar? That sounded like that sounded like Goro's lair. Remnants of Valor. They're pulling back a space here. Second guessing moving back a space. Oh, they're pulling in tight here. So we'll see how this this turn finishes up. 3+ pickup fails the pickup, gets a free reroll with sure hands. That's the value of sure hands. Well done. Ball's now in the hands of number 3 thrower. He's going to move that thrower into the pocket on the human 6-yard line. And now the Lavabacks on turn 9. The wide zones effectively being given up by the humans. Will the Lavabacks respond to this? 2-die blitz to start things off on the left defensive, or the left tackle. Gets a knockdown. Oh, it was the Crocs! Oh, God! Thank you very much, Spire. It was the Crocs. That's a huge removal. So screening out the pitch here with the Lizards. I think the Remnants of Valor, I think they're just going to take this ground, right? I think they're going to move up a space. Morg blitz. Reset, yeah. So, again, moving before standing up players. I don't know how I feel about that. Because Morg can fail a die roll, and he's a loner. Plenty of movement left with Morg. Electing not to mark with Morg. It's going to move up a space. Now standing up that down player. The left tackle goes right back into position. Hammond Breyer, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Ball on the Remnants 4-yard line. Keeps this very wide cage intact, this pocket intact. Has this pocket here. Blitz on that left defensive tackle once more. Gets the POW. Taking the blitz with the non-block Saurus. So a little riskier. This time following up on the block and is marking Morg. Now a mark on the ball carrier as well. The Lavabacks trying to tie up Morg. Morg, as you can see, He doesn't care. He's ready to play. The Lavabacks getting aggressive here, leaving the skinks in the secondary. Now turn 11 for the Remnants of Valor. The Lavabacks have made their move. Two-die block against number 9. Gets the PAL here. Morg on the block. 8+ breaks armor. Deciding whether to follow up. He's going to stay put. No armor break. Ball carrier's been freed. Left wide zone can be made fairly clear here. If both these Sarses stay marked, so this one's currently marked, this one gets marked, the humans could commit to the left wide zone, but that means, oh, not when you fail your boneheaded roll. Number 7's still free, but then that means he doesn't move with the ball. They could commit to this left wide zone, but then these skinks will start to pounce. And then that means that the humans will have to score in a couple of turns, depending on how the die rolls work. Looks like they're going to move. Not moving too far. They're just crossing the line of scrimmage to the opposing 2-yard line. Setting up a tight cage. Who fills in the back right corner? Oh, this guy. All right, so he's not going to mark number 7. And he's fully committed to that left wide zone. So this is an opportunity for the defense to shut down this running game. Remnants of Valor deciding what to do with their remaining 2 pieces. They say, you know what? Your Sarses are marked. That's fine by me. And that's fine by me, too. When I'm up against a Lizard team, I like to keep the Sarses marked on the side I want to be on, and I do that fairly early. And then I try to take the momentum. Against Lizards, I don't like to give them options for their skinks to move, so I like to take the momentum, get the Sarses out of the drive, start pressuring these skinks, seeing where they're going, and just start punching them in the face. Just punch a skink. 2-die blitz on the back right corner of the cage. Gets a PAL here. Ball carrier marked on the blitz. So these marks are good, right? Because these ball carriers don't have the dodge skill. So if they try to dodge away, it's going to be a 3+ on the positive dodge with no free reroll. Tried to lock down Morgenthorpe. The problem with... So Morgenthorpe can be a problem, and shutting him down can be a very good tactic. The problem, of course, is that you just have to dedicate so many pieces to Morg. Strength 6. With Strength 4, that's 2 pieces. Strength 3, it would be 3 pieces. I'm sorry, it would be 4 pieces. Two-die block waiver on the right side of the line. Gets the PAL here. Can follow up. He's going to stay put. Going to try to stay in the drive. It's going to be tough if this ball gets away. We'll probably start seeing the right side of the secondary shift to the left. Oh, right on the sideline. One, two, three, unafraid of these humans right in front of the cage. 4 minutes, 51 seconds left on the bonus clock. An uphill block against Morgenthorpe. That'll be probably a both standing result. Yes, indeed. He's gonna laugh in his face. Do you know who I am? I'm the most expensive player in all of Blood Bowl. Did you just give me the finger? How dare you? I'm the commissioner. Turn 12 now for the Remnants of Valor. Another failed boneheaded by that ogre. This is not the time to stare off into space, Grendel's bomb. The thrower, currently the ball carrier for the humans, currently marked on the back right corner. One minute, 7 seconds to go for the Remnants of Valor. They still have all three of their rerolls, plenty of time on the clock. 0-0 ball game right now. They have lost their apothecary, but it was a good spend, in my opinion, to keep a blitzer on the pitch. The humans have lost 2 human linemen. The lizards have lost one of their high-speed skinks and their big guy. 2-die blitz to get things started here. It's going to be a dodge push. Spends a reroll for the POW. Remnants of Valor down to 2. 8+ breaks armor. Good armor break. Got the removal as well. Very well done. Surprised he didn't spend the oppo there. So just 2 skinks on the pitch now. And now the Remnants of Valor are going to be thinking about keeping these Saurus blockers tied up for 5 turns. Going to set up a half cage on the 14-yard line on the sideline. Still needs to get through this dodge. Good 3+ dodge. Very well done. And there's the half cage on the 14. Two-die block by Morgenthor. Gets the POW here. Remember, all these knockdowns are a +2 to the AV roll. Effectively a +2 to the AV roll. And if he doesn't need it for the AV roll, it's a +2 to the injury roll. It can be devastating. Final turn of the third quarter coming up. The Lavabacks on the back foot. Two-die block over in the left wide zone. They're going to get a knockdown here. Good armor break. Gets a stun. Probably see that Saurus move away on the next turn. If the Remnants of Valor win this game this evening, they will advance most likely into third place. Double skulls on the right side. They're going to spend the reroll into a push. Lavabacks down to 1 reroll for the game. Stand up blitz. The number 4, level 2 blocker on the blitz. Will get the knockdown here. Probably won't follow. Oh, he is going to follow up, so he's going to be marked. I thought he'd reposition downfield. 2-die. Oh, that's going to be a turnover without a reroll. I think he might. Oh, he's going to spend the final reroll. Spent the final reroll. Gets a push out of this. So the Lavabacks with no rerolls remaining for the game. And now the odds on their die rolls. Very, very different. Two-die block on Morgenthor. Gets a POW here. All but impossible. Actually, I think it just might be impossible to get 3 dice on Morg. You need 13. So I don't see how you do that. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So you could, with a strength 7 treatment and a bunch of assists. Strength 6 with all of the assists would be 13. Failed the rush. Did he get to the... Failed the rush here. What? What? Oh, he rolled the rush first. Failed the rush to try to get in front of the cage. So this cage is going to reset. Probably at mid-pitch. And then the Remnants of Valor are going to try to find a way to stall this out for 4 turns. Fourth quarter begins right now. Yeah, strength 7 death roller works. Ball and chain works. That's with 1 less assist. Under a minute to go here for the Remnants of Valor. It's too easy if you only need 6 assists. So they're going to move back to center pitch here. They'll cover the corners here. They'll want to cover at least 3 of these corners. Can he get in front? No. So he can cover the back too. He's just going to cover the rear of the thrower. Probably blitzes away number 5. Hasn't stood up number 14 yet. So number 14, if he's gonna roll dice, okay, he stood him up. But if he was gonna roll dice before standing him up, that would suggest another failed bonus. Get your head in the game, Grendel's mom. But if he would have rolled dice before standing him up, that would suggest that he'd want to dodge with that human lineman. Yeah, there's that blitz away with the number 5 blitzer. Just gets a dodge push out of number 15. 2 re-rolls left. He's going to take the dodge. He won't follow up. Now he's going to try to cover the ball carrier. On that blitz, that block cost a point of movement, so he has 6 points of MA remaining. And there's the positioning on the left side. So the tackle zones right now shape up in this way here. Turn 13 for the Lavabacks. Stand up blitz. That doesn't work out. That is a null turn for the Lavabacks. And now the humans are going to move this ball into the right wide zone. Unfortunate turn of events here on the stand-up blitz. That's why losing those rerolls was so critical for the human team. Failed the die roll, and now the humans move over into the right wide zone. Just 2 skinks. I can't believe number 12 has stayed here, and these skinks are not applying pressure. Very, very focused on Morgenthorpe here, but this is another advantage of these high strength star players, right? Strength 6. If your opponent wants, they are very good, and if they're allowed to run amok, they can really do some damage to your team. But your opponent, if they want to shut them down, often need to dedicate a whole lot of pieces to do so. Remnants of Valor were like, you know what? I'm fine with that. More can stay here and take hits, and I'll tie up the Sarses, and I'm just going to start moving downfield. 2-die Blitz gets a pal against number 15, looking for that 8+. There's the 8+. Gets a stun. Hank the Ranger says Nuffle is back to hating Tempest's team. 2-die against number 4 by Morgenthor. This is a push or both standing result. He's going to take the push. Is he going to remain where he is? I think he may. Yeah, he's going to stay put and continue to tie up both this skink and the number 3 blocker. Remnants of Valor on the bonus clock with 4:35 remaining. Gonna go for the, is it the 1-die? Gonna go for the 1-die on number 4? Yeah! Go for the 1-die on number 4. Only gets a push out of it. Probably doesn't follow up here. We'll see. Oh, maybe he follows up for the sake of the ogre. Stay split. I think that's fair. Oh! Dodges number 7 off the sideline. One more dodge is a 3+ dodge to safety. Failed that second dodge. He's going to spend a team reroll. Fails the dodge. And that will be a turnover. Turn 14 back to the Lavabacks. Remnants of Valor down to 2. 1 reroll for the game. 2-die Blitz by number 5 gets the pal. Looking for some SPP here. Also going to start moving towards the ball carrier. The Lavabacks, if they can force this score somehow, even if it's on turn 16, they can hope for, yeah, there they go. Moving toward this ball. Then there's one rush. They're trying to rush again. 2 rushes, going to mark number 13. Even if it's on turn 16, if they can get that timeout and have 2 turns remaining, they can get on the board. Yeah, there's that skink. Another mark trying to force this score and give the Lavabacks as much time as possible to tie this ball game. A knockdown on Grendel's mom. No armor break. Let's freeze up number 6. And here come the Saracens. 5 lizards staring down this offensive contingent in turn 15. 1-die block on number 12 will be a knockdown. 7+ breaks armor. There's the armor break and the removal. Oppo does not get spent, so 1 skink remaining on the pitch. Remnants of Valor trying to find a way to stall this out for just 1 more turn. It looks like, they're just going to score. I think that's fair. Remnants of Valor take the lead in this ballgame with the first touchdown we've seen here in turn 15. 1-0 the score. Lavabacks crucially got back that knocked out skink, so they'll have 2 skinks on the pitch for what will likely be the final drive of this game. They're down a touchdown. They have no rerolls remaining. 10v9, I think. 10v8. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10v7. Oh. So a 4-man player advantage. For the human team. Oh no, he's got 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Two-man player advantage. Electric Man says Morg is more than one man. Alexa thought I was talking to her. Alexa, who's Morgan Thorne? Morgan Thorpe? Alexa, shut up. All right, the offense is set up. She responded with Morgan Thorpe, a theater actor. 5 on the line, 1 back to receive. I thought they had 2 skinks. What happened to the other skink? What's going on? Oh, he's right here. All right. So I would have had this other skink up forward so that I can hand off and start moving. On the ball with number 15. The weather is going to change from very sunny to perfect weather. Turn 15 for the Lavabacks. They have 2 turns to get on the board. Boy, the only way they're going to do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they can't. Oh, God, they can't. Oh, no. Oh, no. 1, 2, well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rush, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They can't. They can't do it. So unless there's some sort of crazy push, which I can't imagine the defense will allow, this is going to be 1-0 ball game. The Remnants of Valor are going to get their first win of the competition. 1 die block on Morgan Thorne got the PAL. Sure, that's fair. It could be I mean, it's going to have to be a Saris handoff at this point. Going for the foul at Morgan Thorne. Just the grudge foul on the star player. Good pickup. Good pick. Oh, no handoff declared, though. Got to move. Oh, 1 die over on the left side here. Got to move forward with the Saris if they're going to get on the board. 1 Saris remaining. And he's got a book. He's going to have a crazy dodge. No attempt to try to score. So that's going to be it. Turn 16 for the Remnants of Valor. They're not going to be able to get on the board either. They're going to win this one 1-0. Very well played. That was a lot of fun to watch. First human win of the competition. Yeah, humans! I mean, I'm impartial! Looking for some SPP at this point. Repositioning. I would just retreat. I would run away with everyone. I'm going home. Final turn of the ball game coming up. Vesuvian Lavabacks looking for some SPP. They can get them on blocks, on blitzes. They can also get them with a pass by the Chameleon Skink. He's going to go for the foul on Morganthorne. Currently has 5 assists. So it's a 6+ to break armor currently. +5 to break armor now. So actually had a 4+, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5+ on armor. Yep. Didn't get anything out of it. That'll be the end of the game. Remnants of Valor are going to take this one 1-0. Congratulations to S. Beaver. Well played by both coaches. And with that victory, the Remnants of Valor move into 3rd place in Division B. They are 1-1-1. Congratulations once again to the Remnants of Valor. Vesuvian Lavabacks pick up their first loss of the competition, but that's not a problem at all because they're still at the top of the leaderboard. Very well played. A lot of fun to watch. We're going to take a look at the schedule before we leave for the evening. Lots more games to play in this competition. Coming up next, we have a game tomorrow night, Monday, June 23rd at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's UTC -4. We have the Gutterballs versus Entanglements. El Nubarino versus Conkill. That's... oh, I don't know what that is. Let's see what that is. That is... Orc versus Imps, so Orc versus Imperial Nobility. And then on Tuesday, June 24th at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, we have the Fist Noel versus the World of Cheese. Coast Modernism versus James Likes Snacks. And that's going to be Dwarves versus Elves, the old dwarf versus elf matchup. That'll be a super fun one to watch as well. I'm looking forward to all these games. We have 9 weeks of regulation here in the Spike Magazine Trophy before the cut to top 8. The top 2 teams of each of the 3 divisions, and then the 2 best placing teams between the 3 divisions besides those top 2 will advance to the top 8. The winner and the runner-up will earn invitations to our invitational at the end of the season. And a few other teams may as well, depending on how that bracket shapes up. So tons more Blood Bowl to play here in the season. I'm looking forward to it. 7 games left to schedule this week. And when those games get scheduled, you'll be able to check out and get alerted to that schedule on our website at maml.club. That's maml.club. Here on Twitch or on our social media pages on Blue Sky, X, and Facebook. Why is the text up? Let's clear that, please. Let's clear that, please. Perfect. Perfect. You can also watch previous games on our YouTube channel. And you know what? You can even hang out in our Discord channel with the link right there in chat. Come hang out, say hi. If you want to compete in our next competition, our next open, which will be the Dungeon Bowl in probably 10 weeks from now, say, hey, Ava, I'd like to participate in the next competition. What do I do? I'll put you on the list, and then when registration opens up, I'll let you know what to do. It's very, very easy. But you find ways to play this game. This game's so much fun. You can play with us. You can play with us on Steam with Blood Bowl 3, on the Epic Game Store, on PlayStation, or on Xbox, and you can even play the game in tabletop. It's a lot of fun at your local Warhammer store. Blood Bowl is so much fun. I love this game. I hope you do too. Until Monday, June 23rd at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Take care, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening.